views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's the trio crew from Bronx Community College. They're here with us today. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx to you. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS and Opens Channel 67. We do it just like this each and every Monday, and we run all week. Today's show, well, we're going to take a look at the Bronx Rotary Club and their recent gala, and you should join. You may want to get involved. You may want to get involved. So plus we'll sit down with an organization working to unite veterans and citizens through gaming. And we'll talk more about that. I thought it was something else, but they'll let you know more. Then we'll learn about a movement that aims to love, serve, and build. It's important. After that, we'll preview a health fair filled with education and programs coming to the borough, and we'll check out a group that's exploring the Bronx on their feet. They got soul. Later on, we'll discover an event designed to, they'll spread diversity and bring access to the community. So stay tuned. All this and more is headed your way because we are now open. There they go. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected through us through social media, and you can go to BronxNet TV, and you're in there. Bam, just like that. Leading things off, our first guest is the president of the Bronx Rotary Club. You see it everywhere you go. They're joining us today for a look at the organization and their work. We welcome Sandy Wolstein to the show. Sandy, give her a big hand, everybody. Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Great.
Everywhere you go, you see the sign Rotary Club, especially if you're lost back in the neighborhood somewhere. You see you see that sign right there, the Rotary Club.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the Rotary Club. It has a lot of history.
It does.
Yes.
Well, Rotary Club, Rotary International is 117 years old, and we consist of 1.2 million members throughout the world. Here in the Bronx, we're proud to say our club is celebrating its centennial. So we, on April 16th of 2018, we will be 100 years old, serving the Bronx for over 100 years.
And look, you get some applause for that too, look.
Yeah.
We're going to work you guys out today. All right, so for people that don't know what the Rotary Club is, tell us what Rotary is.
Club is an organization of business and professional people who get together for fellowship, but most importantly, we do service, and our motto is service above self. So wherever we go, whether it's on a local level here in the Bronx, we provide service wherever we feel it's needed, or internationally as well.
And one of the world's first service clubs.
Yes,
is that right?
It is actually the world's first service club.
All right.
And longest standing.
And what is your position? What do you do there?
Well, this year I'm president of the Bronx Rotary, and we all serve as
We have
presidents.
the president in the house. Give her we're going to keep it going like this.
Thank you, thank you. So we all serve for one-year terms, and but through Rotary, I've been involved on the district level. We have many programs, and as I said, we're all about the service.
And who do the people who do you serve in the community?
Well, for example, we work hand in hand. One of the programs we work with is Gift of Life. Now, that is a program that we provide heart surgery for children who would die without this surgery. And we actually, the Bronx has sponsored, we're going on our 18th child. We bring children with one of their parents into one of our homes where they can stay during the time that the child gets surgery, as well as recuperating, and then they go back to
And
the countries
people come
they're
from all over the world, or
all
the
over
Bronx
the world.
community?
Well, Bronx, every club can sponsor. That's one of the organizations that we affiliate ourselves with. We also we are part of the End Polio Now program. We actually we're almost there, not quite yet, but we've helped eradicate polio throughout the world. And I don't know if you're familiar enough, because it's pretty much, when I speak to my son who's 40 years
He
old,
says, what's polio?
he doesn't know
Yeah,
what polio is.
But a lot of people were stricken
Yes,
back in the day.
especially here in the Bronx, because polio comes from not having clean water, and it's a virus. And children were put in eye and lungs, they were crippled, so, and then eventually they die. So now
It was
we're
almost eradicated, but I
almost.
think there was some
Yeah,
areas where it was trying to come back.
It's
Yeah.
cropping up, but we're down to about 5 cases that have been reported. So we won't give up till it's stopped. Until we are totally disease-free, we will keep that effort going.
That's special.
Yeah.
Now, you recently had a gala. Tell us about
Yes,
it.
yes. Well, that was my installation gala, and it's also our kickoff for the year and our fundraiser, where we actually honored Michael Max Nobby, who is the executive director
Yes.
of BronxNet.
Yeah,
So we can give him an applaud. Yes, as well as Michael Spearman, the executive director of Bronx Opera.
Yes, I
So,
think that's great.
yeah.
So, and then you had a lot of things. You had the music, you had the food, everybody had a
Yeah,
great time.
it was a great time. We held it at the Marina Del Rey here in the Bronx, and Streets of the Bronx Band, Butch Barbella's Streets of the Bronx Band played for us, so it was a lot of fun.
That's great, that's
Yeah.
great. So you have a number of programs. You named a couple that you're working with.
Yeah. Well, we also, we work with Visions, which is a not-for-profit that helps serve the blind people. It's totally free, and we work hand in hand providing grants. We've recently donated $3,000 worth of books to PS 175, located on City Island, which is where we meet. The Bronx Club meets at Sammy's Fish Box Restaurant on Tuesday afternoon at noon. So we went local and helped out the school by donating books. So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Give her another hand. Now listen, how would you guys like to go to Sammy's Fish Box? Yeah, we'll do it
more
another
than-
time. But how can people get involved? Do you meet at Sammy's Fish Box?
we
or
meet
what
at
do you mean?
Sammy's Fish Box Tuesdays at 12:15. The first Tuesday of the month, we're starting a new trial, and we're going to be meeting at the Marriott at the at Metro Center in the Bronx. So that'll be our evening meeting for the first Tuesday of the month. We'll meet there at 6 p.m. for people who don't have access to coming, during the day.
And people who want to join, right?
Right, right. Well, we sponsor people, so one of the things that we live our lives by, and I'm going to present you with this. This is our 4-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial
to all concerned?
So that's what we kind of strive to live our lives by, and the service that we do.
Where can we go for more information?
Well, we have our website, which is www.bronxrotary.com. So you can look up there. Anyone can feel free to give me a call. My number is 914-218-1258. So you're more than welcome to call me. We are interested in starting a Rotaract Club, which will incorporate college students that are looking to do service and get involved with the community and working on projects.
Thank you so much. Give it to everybody. Sandy Wolstein, the president of Bronx Rotary Club. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank
and
you,
share
and
more,
I
okay?
will be
You have
in
videos,
touch.
bring some videos and pictures by also.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
a quick break right here, but first, let's check in with Bobby C. Here's Yankees overtime gay information. Check it out.
Jorge, as someone that elected to not play beyond the pinstripes, how important is tradition to you in being part of this Yankee culture?
It's the best organization in the world. They treated me real well, and when it was time for me to decide to, play with another team or stay a Yankee, I wanted to stay a Yankee.
Goose, you're part of the most special fraternity there is of being a Hall of Famer. What does being part of this Yankee tradition mean to you?
Playing my 6 years here and winning a world championship here and doing a lot of the great things. Growing up in Colorado, my mom and dad were all huge Yankee fans. I grew up a Yankee fan, and then getting to put the pinstripes on, I've always said it's like an out-of-body experience.
There they go, look. Welcome back. Our next guests are part of a stack up. It's a stack up, not a hold up, it's a stack up. It's a group of working people bringing civilians and citizens together in a unique way. Now, joining us with a look at their work, we have Mark Winston, Ethan Winston, and Blair Cohen. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you.
It's a stack up. Explain.
We're a military charity that gets video games to soldiers deployed overseas and recovering in military hospitals. We fly injured veterans to gaming events like E3 and PAX, and we help veterans adapt back to civilian life. With PTSD, gaming helps them, and
Gaming helps with
PTSD and depression.
Yes.
Yeah. And
How did you come up with the name?
we didn't.
A stack in, I'm not military, but my understanding is that a stack in military parlance it's a slang term for when soldiers line up to the side of a door if they're going to be entering a room where they think there may be a danger.
Right.
And they throw in a diversionary device that makes a loud noise, and apparently that's called stacking up. And the organization is working together with the military to support the currently deployed military and veterans to deal with the boredom and PTSD and the stress that they're feeling.
Blair, how did you guys come up with this? This is what you wanted to do?
Well, basically, it's all through our son, Ethan. He's been a gamer, and he's always been interested in charity.
Wait, we're going to play a record. It's a family affair.
It is. And in
October
2013,
There you go.
Yes.
The CEO of this company, Steve Machuga, was having an Indiegogo campaign to get video games to soldiers deployed overseas, and she told me to come in and see it, and I've and I donated money, and then I started donating games.
Oh, great.
And, yeah, and when Steve founded Stack Up in like late 2015, he contacted us, or did we contact him? Or
He
He contacted us.
yeah, he contacted us, and we started our own individual group in New York.
Now, Mom and Dad, he had a stack up. He was into this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you had a stack up of your own.
Yes.
So
Although-
you started donating some of your own first, right?
Yeah.
And they said, hey, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
But I think this is a wonderful thing that you're helping others get what they need out of life, you know, especially they're coming home with problems, and, you know, you're helping to alleviate some of those problems. I think you're right on point with that, you know. You know, they help us, they serve us, and they help make our country free, and you guys are
And sometimes
making
they
it
need
easier.
some help when they come
They
home.
do,
Yes.
they do, yes. So what do you guys have planned next?
Well, we're
Do you have an event coming up or anything?
right now. Do we have any events
We're
on
working with the Cunningham,
Cunningham
Park.
Park
We're a chapter in
Cunningham
Queens,
Queens.
so we're working with the Cunningham Park. Sorry, the Friends of Cunningham Park.
Not too far from Francis Lewis Boulevard and all
Correct.
that
That's
stuff.
very good.
Exactly.
Right.
I know where it is.
Francis Lewis and Union Turnpike.
Yes.
And the Friends of Cunningham Park has a lot of events during the summer, and we've arranged to be at a lot of those events with a table, spreading the word. Most of what we as a local chapter do is awareness raising,
Right.
letting people know, giving people information so that if they want to donate old video games, they can. If they want to work with veterans, there is a framework that they can work with.
No. So are you reaching out to people? You need
Yes.
more volunteers or
We can
gaming
always use
material?
more volunteers. We can always use gaming donations. As a matter of fact, we were at Fort Hamilton
Yeah.
to celebrate the Army's birthday,
For the softball game.
and there was a softball game, and 2 people came up to us and donated Xbox Ones that we then sent off.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we will go to where you are and pick up your games or gaming devices.
Yeah.
If
So
you
you
don't
have
want
people and you have companies, right? Companies are
Yeah.
sending you.
Yes.
We even we have a relationship with Microsoft
Soft
Store
Store.
where we go to
great.
their events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go to their events. We go
To
to
GameStop.
GameStops when they have midnight releases, and we talk to people and raise awareness of what we do. We also have a relationship with Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn,
Yes.
and
Oyster and the Waterfront Center in
Waterfront
Oyster Bay.
All right.
Yeah, so
I mean, you guys out there helping people. Why can't they help you? I mean, I think it's easy. It's a win-win. I'm going to give you guys a camera,
okay.
and you can just look straight into this camera and
Okay.
ask for what you want. Tell them what you need. Take this camera right here.
Okay.
No. I mean, stay right there.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry.
I'll give you the camera after
Yeah.
we're finished, but we have to use it for the rest of the show.
No,
But you can speak right into this camera right here.
go to our website stack-up.org, where you can they'll give you more information. You can make donations in video games or money. You can learn about doing work with us. We've got stacks all over the world. Our local groups all over the world, all over America, Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. So
You guys are big.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Yeah.
We help our allies in NATO and Australia and New Zealand. So,
Can I get a high five? We can move and do this.
And
sorry.
here.
Wait, I gotta get
I'm
my high
sorry.
five first. There you go.
I'm sorry.
And you have stack paraphernalia? You
Yes,
have
yeah,
giveaways?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
This shows the 3 missions we have, and
Our stacks, our air assaults, and our
supply crates.
Oh, I like this.
supply
Which is what we started out, was just sending supply crates.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
And where can we go for more information on Stack Up?
Stack-up.org.
Just like our
there you go.
shirts say.
There you go. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. We got to take a quick break, but coming up next, we'll take a look at a special event coming your way. It's an organization working to make their mark. Check it out. Stay tuned.
future. Presenting the first MC, the 21st century Vitruvian man with a message, Grandmaster Melly.
You gotta learn your body, pace yourself, and have fun. So let's go have fun. Let's go do it.
You see, the tricky thing about shoulders, your shoulders is a three-tier muscle. You have your front delts, you have your rear delts, and you have your mid delts. So when you're working out your shoulders properly, you have to do 3 different exercises.
It's wonderful being able to compete with a lot of these young guys from all over the world. It's important to stay in shape.
And welcome back. You guys are on point right here. Thank you so much. We have the crew from the trio crew from Bronx Community College. They're here. How you doing? Welcome back. I'm the host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS and Opens Channel 67. You know, our next guest is, well, it's the New York City Bronx director of Make Your Mark. He joins us for a look at their work. We welcome Clay Johnson to the show. Clay,
thank you,
how
sir.
are you?
Pleasure.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank
Tell
you
us
for
what
having
your
us.
organization is all about.
Well, our organization is all about loving, serving, and building.
Loving, serving,
Loving,
and building.
serving,
I love
and
it.
building.
You
That's
can't
what
go
we're
wrong
about.
with that.
Can't go wrong with
Yeah.
that. We're a Christian nonprofit who's celebrating 10 years this year.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be 10 years old, so we started in
10
2007.
years old, give it to them again.
Yeah, thank you. 10 years old this year, started in Charlotte, North Carolina, have a location in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and now we're here in the Bronx. My wife and I, we moved our family here, and we're excited about what's happening in the Bronx. We're excited about being a part, and we just want to love, serve, and build the community, particularly Castle Hill.
I love it.
So, yeah.
And we have to continue serving it and continue building too.
Absolutely.
Tell us about some of the things that you're working on in our community.
Well, can I elaborate a little more on the love, serve, build? That's the essence. That's the essence of all of our locations, and that's our heart and that's our passion. You know, the essence is the same at each location, but I like to say the function is different. So the function is going to be different in Charlotte. It'll be different, obviously, in Ethiopia, and obviously different here in the Bronx. I'm from North Carolina, if you haven't been able to tell yet with the accent.
I can tell a little
but
bit,
yeah. And so we're a Christian nonprofit, so I believe with all my heart we love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves. And Jesus said in his word that he among you that desires to be great, let him be servant of all. So we really stress service with our young people. We work with young people, and I'll touch on that in a minute. And through that, we believe we build individuals, families, and communities. And so that's the essence of what we do.
Part of the mission.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that is you speak to mission. With the love of Christ, we reach out to vulnerable children and families to help meet basic and eternal needs. And so that's what we like to do, and particularly with programming. Tonight, as a matter of fact, we have our mentoring program for middle school and high school. And we kicked it off about 3 months ago. It's going really, really well. We believe in very strategic, organic growth, very relational. And so we'll be meeting tonight for, it's 7 to 8:30, but our guys always want to come early and then they want to stay late. So it gets to be about 9 o'clock and I'm like, I got to take you guys home. I mean, but it's good they want to stay.
Yeah, and how important is that in our community? I know we know how important it is, but just put it all together. The importance of loving, serving,
to me, it's what it's all about. Whether you're from a small country town like I'm from, about 50 miles east of Charlotte. We moved from Charlotte moved here a year ago from Charlotte. But the town I'm from, Bob, it has one caution light. It's not even a stoplight. And I literally turn around and look at buildings with more people there than the town I grew up in. And so it's so important because no matter where you're at, everyone has that need. Everyone has that need to belong. Everyone has that need to feel loved and feel accepted. And so, you know, our program we're not trying to fix anyone. We want to go through life with them and then show them a better way through even our mistakes. And so that's kind of the heartbeat of what we do. And it's important because if you don't build individuals, you're not going to build families. And if you don't have healthy families, there's no way you're going to have healthy communities.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So we approach it from a very micro level.
Yeah. Now, coming from North Carolina, you saw that there was a definite need in the Bronx.
Yeah, and for us, it's a calling. We responded to a calling that we believe was from God, and so we're walking by faith. We're a family of faith, and so there's a need everywhere, though. There's a need everywhere, but our hearts were pulled toward the Bronx, and particularly the South Bronx. And initially, when this thing first started out in the calling, we didn't know what all the boroughs were, admittedly. And so, but we're here, and we're 100% in, and we're excited about what is happening in the Bronx and all over.
Yeah. You don't need to know what the boroughs are. God will show you the way, right?
That's right.
God
Absolutely.
will iron everything out for you.
Absolutely.
Because you start off with the vision and everything smooths right out along.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
It's amazing. So you just came. You've been in the Bronx for a year?
1 year.
Was it a year?
1 year. So it's still fairly new, and we're still learning, and it's been a tough but rewarding year. We've seen some really, really great things happen through Make Your Mark, and we're honored to be a part, honored to be on the show. Thank you.
Yes.
For
What would you
having
like
us.
to see happen in the Bronx and in the community that you're serving?
What we'd like to see happen is for people to live purposeful, fulfilled, hopeful lives in Christ, and we're certainly not limited to, Christians with our organization. All are welcome. We love, serve, and build the community. What we'd like to see happen is transformative change, and we want to see empowerment with our young people and the families so that they become not only just productive members of society, but just instruments of peace and hope and encouragement in their communities.
Yeah. Can you wrap us up with a short prayer?
Absolutely. It'd
Okay.
be an honor. So, Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for this day. I thank you for BronxNet. I thank you for Bob and all the workers here and all the other individuals that I've had the privilege to meet here. I pray your blessing over them, Lord. I thank you so much for this opportunity. I pray for the Bronx right now. I lift it up to you and pray your blessing over the Bronx, Lord. We need you and we honor you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Love, serve, and build. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Clay Johnson, Make Your Mark, NYC Bronx Director. Thank you so much. And come back and share more, please.
Yes, sir.
We need it. We need you in our community.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, we have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll have more when Open returns.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Hey, I'm Darren Jaime. I'm the host of Wednesdays Open right here on BronxNet Television, Channel 67, and also on Verizon Files, Channel 33. Want to invite you every Wednesday. You get an opportunity to see what's going on in the world of news, current events, debates, public information. That's what happens here on Open every Wednesday. So we invite you to join us right here on BronxNet Television.
There you go. Welcome back. Hey, you know, on July the 9th, the Throgs Neck Volunteer Ambulance Corps, they're going to hold a summer health fair. They're going to teach everything, CPR, all that stuff. And joining us with all the details, we have Special Events Coordinator Erica Newsom. Give her a big hand, everybody. The coordinator's in the house. So tell us about what you guys are doing. It's a volunteer ambulance corps that's been in effect in the Bronx for how long?
37 years. It started
Woo,
May
okay.
of 1978.
Wow.
79.
Yeah. So, and you guys, you experience all kinds of things. You go to different events, gunshot wounds, all of that stuff, heart attacks.
We do actually a little bit of everything, definitely working with the community. The whole purpose of the Volunteer Ambulance Corps to come up was the response time of the city usually they get overwhelmed. There's lots of things going on, but we're in the community itself.
Yeah.
So the members of the community can actually call us directly instead of calling 911 and get the same services that they would get and the immediate work and at the AMTs who are certified and people who really want to be in the community to support them.
And you have a number of buses.
We actually
Ambulances.
have two. Yes, we have two functioning ambulances right now, and we go from doing the emergencies, and sometimes our ambulances are actually out in the community doing special events and working with different organizations to do education.
Erica, what are the most calls you get? If you can recognize those type of calls. Is it asthma or
It's definitely the difficulty breathing is one of the bigger ones. I'm also.
I just took a guess.
Yes,
Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
It's definitely the difficulty breathing or the occasional, if there's somebody out in the Little League field that ends up falling down, and the occasional car accident that happens directly right by our area where we're able to give them the service they need immediately.
Yeah. Give us a quick tip. Somebody can't breathe. What do you do? You guys pull up and to have trouble breathing.
Well, we actually carry oxygen with us. We work with the people. A lot of the time it's also calming someone down. They can just have gone through a traumatic event or something that happened. So actually talking to them calmly and letting them know that we're there for them. We're qualified professionals and we're there to help them out. And we actually are able to assess the situation, see if we need paramedics, see if they need to be rushed immediately, and both we can provide for them.
And this is the universal sign of someone
choking.
Because the hands always go to their throat. And then what do you do if you see that?
Actually, the first thing is make sure they're breathing, give them the space, and either check if they were eating. If it's in a restaurant, obviously you're looking for something that's actually stuck in the throat. If not, do they have a history of breathing? Is it also heart related? Because sometimes you may be going this way, but it's really a heart condition. And
so if you see that in a restaurant, what do you have to do? You have to perform something?
The Heimlich, well, it was the Heimlich maneuver, but it's pretty much just now that making sure that the actual foreign object is taken out as soon as possible. And usually in every restaurant, they'll have on the wall the actual steps. So someone that has no experience whatsoever is able to jump in and read and see and try to help out someone who's there.
That's great.
Yes.
Now you speak about response time. How important is that?
It makes a huge difference, especially for things when you're looking at a stroke or especially for cardiac. Timing makes the big difference. And the idea that we can actually be there and transport them to the additional medical help or transport them directly to the hospital where they can get the help makes a big difference. It's also, again, in case there's something going on with someone has rapid bleeding or they need wound care immediately, we can hold that down. But there's a big difference between an ambulance and any kind of ambulance and being in an ER, being able to be rushed to surgery and give them that chance that they need just because of the time.
Time is very important, especially when you're also dealing with stroke.
Yes.
Yes. So you have a big event coming up July
Yes,
the
you
9th.
do.
Tell us about it.
It's the Summer Health Fair. And what we have, it's a little bit of everything. We actually have invited health and wellness vendors. We also invited health providers from the community. And we ourselves are also participating. We're giving blood pressure screenings. We're actually working with the children where they're able to go inside an actual ambulance. We don't want their first interaction with an ambulance to be something scary. They actually get to see what's going on, what's there. They'll be able to try on our actual equipment, take pictures, and it's a lot of letting the community know that we're there and at the same time providing them the ability to find out where they're at. There's also someone doing weight loss consultation, and we're working with the urgent care to support them as well.
CPR demonstrations, right?
Not only is there a CPR demonstration, but we also do have a limited space for CPR class. So people can actually sign up for the classes, pay for the classes online, and they'll walk out after the fair with their actual official certification.
Very good. There you go. Where can we go for more information?
Right now, most of our fundraising, we're in the middle of updating our website, but we have a tnvacfundraiser.com.
Sure.
And also by calling our base at 718-430-9501. And in case of emergency, someone who's in the BronxNet area can actually call 718-430-9500 and get the emergency care they need.
She should be your friend. You never know what's going to happen. Give her another, let her feel you, let her hear you. Erica Newsom, BronxNet Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Special Event Coordinator. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Next time you come by, let's do some CPR demonstrations, okay?
Sure.
We'll put some real people on the floor. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back. We'll take a break right here.
Coming to you from our BronxNet studios, 4 new shows highlighting some of the best of the Bronx has to offer. We sit down with political leaders on In the District and discuss local legislation, events, and issues. See how the community and business come together with The Bronx Now on BronxNet. Nosotros features leaders from our Latino community. Meet those who are moving to make a difference in public service, business, arts, and culture. Looking for new and exciting dining experiences? Then you'll want to savor the Bronx and try new restaurants and eateries that fill the borough with delicious dishes. We have it all, so experience the Bronx in new and fresh ways on BronxNet.
If you want to stay in the know about the latest happenings en español, check out Diálogo Abierto, BronxNet's own Spanish show, Wednesdays 6:30 p.m. on Channel 67. The latest in news, arts, culture, politics, and what's going on in your neighborhood. Diálogo Abierto, the best way to stay connected in Spanish. See you there. Te esperamos.
And welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is the founder of Bronx Soul. Bronx Soul. And he's here today for a look at their work and what they do in the community. They're going to explore the Bronx through running. We welcome Justin Mache. Justin
Yes.
Mache, we welcome you to the show.
Thank you for
First
having
time
me.
on the show?
Yes.
All right, let's have some fun.
All right.
Tell us all about some of the things that you do.
Okay, so what Bronx Soul is we're a running and a walking group. Decided to start it because a friend of mine that works at PS 531, she informed me that the Bronx was the unhealthiest county in New York State. Out of the 62 counties, we've been 62nd for 7 years in a row.
PS 531?
My friend, yeah, she works there at PS 531.
Big up to
And-
PS 531. So
and-
she kind of encouraged you
She
to
sent me an
do something
email
about it,
because
huh?
I was going to start a regular running group, but then when she sent me that email, it made me upset because I was like, I live here in the Bronx and I didn't even know this. I've been here for, all this time and I didn't even know that they were the unhealthiest. We were the unhealthiest county, so I said, you know what, I
do
should start.
something about it.
I should start a running and walking group
Yeah.
for non-active Bronxites, or low active, I should say. So, because the runners in the Bronx are already running. So I wanted to get people to come out of the house. The lady that's having a hard time getting to the bus, someone that's having a hard time getting to the stairs on the train. I wanted to start something for them.
Yeah,
So
and they can
that's
start out slow. Just walk, maybe an extra block, an extra half a block, and just build it up from there, right?
So what I decided to do to make it interesting was I incorporated Bronx history into it. So what we've been doing, we haven't had any walkers come out yet, but when we do, we'll make something for them. But for the runners that have been coming out, what we do is we go around, we do 2 stops, and we'll tell you the history of this building used to be a knitting factory.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do a little tour, so make it
It's
fun.
basically a running tour of the Bronx.
I
And
like
learn
that.
about your neighborhood, learn about
Michael
your borough.
Maxnabi likes that too. Did you talk to him about that?
I did tell
Oh,
him.
you got
I
to
did.
get him involved in that.
Yeah, he's got to come out.
Yeah. he runs in everything that's happening in and around the city.
Yeah.
I saw him running in a New York City Marathon with a head cam.
I'll be running in New York
You're
City
going to run in New
Marathon
York
this
City?
year. Yeah.
All right. So you start off slow. You do a little bit of walking, then you start running, and then you build it up from there. What do you tell people if somebody is interested in getting involved in running?
if they're getting involved, we wouldn't want you to start out just running. You know, if you haven't been running, then you probably need to start with the walking group and get it up. Then we plan on having a run walk, so they'll run 1 block, walk a block. That will build them up. There's also an app, Couch to 5K, if they wanted to do it on their own.
Couch to 5K.
Yeah, and then come out and run with us. But there's so much history in the Bronx that a lot of people don't know. Like the Capitol Dome was built here in the Bronx. You know, the splash-proof cup that you use for your coffee, that was built by a man named Morris Phillip right there in Port Morris. I mean, there's tons of history, and we cover it all.
So you put a map together of where you should run, and you stop and
we do a different
explain
route
what's
every
going on?
week. Every Tuesday, we meet on Tuesdays, 153rd and Grand Concourse right there by Franz Siegel Park, because we were given a capacity fund grant from Partnerships for Parks. So we got money from them, so we also highlight parks of the Bronx as well.
Yeah. So it's important to promote running in the Bronx, just not only for your health, but to show others that this is the important thing to do.
Yeah, when we're running through the neighborhoods and we go through projects, we go through everywhere, and the people there are cheering us on, they applaud us. We run around, we have cards that we give out. I thought I had one on me, but I had a card, and we pass out cards because that's easier, because we're moving. So people always ask, well, what are you guys doing? What are you guys about? And we all have little business cards, and we pass it out. It has all the information that they would need with our social media and everything on it. We get pictures in front of murals to highlight, artists, local artists, and just to highlight the Bronx. And because the Bronx is beautiful, and a lot of people, they have a negative thought of what the Bronx is.
Yeah.
We're out there to show them that.
I think that's a good idea in helping people, to motivate them to try, let's run over here and find out what this is about. Let's create like a little tour too, so it takes a little off the mind. Now, how tough is it to get off of the couch? I know for me, it's once I'm on the couch, I'm like, I completed all my work and everything. I don't feel like doing anything.
See, the positive thing about Bronx Soul is that if we can get you out one time, you're probably not going to, you're going to have so much fun with so many people. There's tons of people there, and there's about 30 of us, and everyone is socializing. It's a social run. It's not serious. We're talking and we're socializing, and you're learning about the Bronx. And you're passing buildings that you've passed probably on your everyday commute home, and then you're like, oh, I never knew this about this building. Oh, I never knew this was there. And you're learning. So
is it better to run by yourself or with a group of people?
It's better to run with a group of people, because then we encourage you, we motivate you, and then once you make friends, you don't want to miss out on the next Tuesday, because then the next time you come, everyone's going to be wondering, where are you at? Where were you? What
so your next run is tomorrow? It's every
tomorrow.
Tuesday?
Yep, and the last Tuesday of every month we do Taco Tuesday. So
Taco Tuesday.
So we
so
run.
You stop and get tacos afterwards?
We run, and then afterwards we all eat together at a local Bronx restaurant.
All right, so you need people to run with you, right?
Yes.
All right, take that camera real quick. You got 30 seconds.
Okay, come on, Bronxites. I know you're out there and you're sitting on the couch right now watching us here on TV. You should come out. Bronx Soul. We're on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Bronx Soul. We're also on Instagram @Bronx Soul, and we're on Twitter @Bronx Soul. We run on every Tuesday. We meet at 6 o'clock, 153rd and Grand Concourse. Come out, bring friends, bring your family. We're all going to support you. Come out. We run at 6:30, and come and learn about your borough.
There you go. The founder of Bronx Soul, God gave you 2 feet, put one foot in front of the other, and step to what you need to do. Maybe start walking, then start running. Justin Mache, give him another big hand, everybody. We'll take a quick break right here. We'll be right back with more Open next.
My name is Osvaldo Adames. I grew up in the Bronx and went to school right here at the Bronx School for Law, Government, and Justice. In the 7th grade, I hadn't given college that much thought. But all of that changed when I entered the Bronx Institute at Lehman College's Gear Up program. Gear Up helped simplify the entire college application process, helping me prepare for the SATs and organizing college visits and open houses. Last year, I graduated from Hamilton College in upstate New York with a major in mathematics and a minor in Mandarin Chinese. Now, I'm a teacher at my old middle school. I think back to 7th grade, and I honestly had no idea how much help Gear Up would be. They offered me the support I needed to succeed. If you're enrolled in Gear Up, talk to your academic coach, or visit the Bronx Institute at www.thebronxinstitute.org for more information.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
And welcome back, everybody. Hey, you know, on July the 6th, diversity is a verb. They're going to be holding their event at Bronx Community College. Joining us with all the details, we have Gina Humber. Look what they have there. Dr. Chanel Benson-Reed and Tita Montana. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
We have a crew back here. They take good care of us. Tell us about your organization. I mean, we've been talking about it for a little while, but I want you to tell everybody. Ms. Humber, you can start out with it.
Okay, well, we decided that because of a lot of the education cuts that were happening, that we wanted to do something, an event that wasn't just for smaller children. I do events, but I usually do them for younger children. And I wanted to hit the community of the Bronx and hit the age between middle school and high school. And that's where the TRIO program came in. And they're students who are it's an eight-figure program, so to speak, and they help kids go to college. And so I thought, let me hook up with the TRIO program and some other programs, Upward Bound, that kind of thing, and let me have something where access to education, access to speakers that they normally wouldn't have access to. You know, we have people like Torrin Ellis coming, Mark Clark from radio station 103.9, and of course, Dr. Chanel Benson and Tito Montana will be doing 3 breakout sessions as it relates to mindfulness, as it relates to cooperative economics, and also as it relates to making your passion into your profit. And most importantly, we'll be giving out 2 scholarships that day for $500 to 2 of the attendees.
And then the students behind us, they're from the TRIO program?
The students that are here today.
Talk about them. Talk about them. Look at them. They've been with us all morning.
They've been doing a great job.
You need to give yourselves a big round of applause.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Hey.
I mean, this is a program that serves underserved communities and youth, and first college students. First-year college students. Yeah. And so these kids are doing amazing things. Yeah. They're defeating the odds. And so we'd like to put this on for them so that they could have a great time.
And you have the doctor with you also, Dr. Chanel Benson-Reed, Access Global. You have that breakout session. Tell us about, what are you going to be talking about?
You know, my goal is to gauge my group and decide what it is that they need at that moment. I know most of the students come from diverse backgrounds and diverse situations, and so what I'll be doing is I like to address, okay, this is what you come from, but this is where you have potential to go. I am you, you are me. I understand your background, I understand your path, I understand every disadvantage that you have, but let me tell you why those disadvantages will not stop you. Gotcha. Let me tell you the path you can take. Let me tell you what options are there for you, and hopefully my story can help you create your own.
Yeah, and also Tito Montana, the rapper. Give him a big round of applause, everybody.
Yeah.
Tito, you're going to be doing a breakout session too.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're going to be talking about.
Well, basically, to add on what she just was talking about, pretty much the same thing. Like, I'm that child. I come from, you know, those backgrounds that she's speaking about, and my whole objective is to kind of use my story, what I'm doing with my music, to kind of show the kids that, you know, despite what you've been through or where you come from, you can push past that.
Yeah.
So that's my angle.
You gonna kick 16 for them or what?
When today?
You gonna spit 16? You
She
can
asked,
spit 16
she
if you
asked
want
me
today.
to. What you want to? Oh, so basically, I do this joint I got with Dave East. Dave East is a new artist out of Harlem. He doing a lot of major things. So the story is, I came up on the other side, dope fiends, homicides, coke dreams, I would lie. In my bed, open eyes, staring at the ceiling, water dripping, bucket on the floor, radiator blowing steam, padlocks on the door, mouses on the sticky trap, roaches in the refrigerator, cornflakes in the box with roaches on the refrigerator. Breakfast, it was juicy juice, dinner, it was cold cuts, fried bologna, cheese with mustard, the bread was toast up. You get it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more to it. But that's pretty much, that's my story. So it's like, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate.
Yeah, well, it's important because you're not only creating an awareness, but you're using rap.
Yeah.
Something that they can identify with to get them into the next moment,
Yeah, and
so to speak.
I feel like the hip hop today don't kind of address what I just addressed. Like you got 1,000 songs out, nobody's talking about that reality when there's a lot of people reality. So that's why I come in.
Well, it came from that, like in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning,
spoke
but
about
it's
some things that we
it didn't
were dealing with
change.
in the hood, but then it started talking about other things and got into gangster rap and all that stuff. You know, everything has its place, but when you're trying to educate our youth, then you have to, you know, kick it up to the next level if that's what we're using to capture them. So Miss Humber, let's see, Miss Humber, she's been dealing with this for a while. How long have you been in it?
Well, I've been in the education system for over 21 years, and I've seen a change, and it's time that we, the community, start to meet that change with excellence, and diversity as a verb is doing that. So I'm really glad that the children's book, which is called It's All Good, pushed my company to become what it is so that we can help, so that we can do something. And we definitely are still collecting, by the way, Bob, more funds as it relates to our scholarship. And so, what camera do you need me to
You
look?
can take that camera. You know what it is.
Okay.
All right, here it is.
Okay.
Go for it right now.
Okay, so the event is going to be at Bronx Community College, July 6th, as Dr. Bob said. And we've actually sold out, but we are still collecting scholarship funds. And if you go to Gina Humber, HUMBER.com, you'll see a cute little box that says GoFundMe. And so we want you to go fund, and we want you to put money into the community. We want you to put money into the children of the community because we are our own solution.
Doctor, you can elaborate?
Absolutely. We are about the business of the business, and the business is our community, empowering our community, uplifting our community, and educating our community. And so we can continue to wait, and we will wait, or we can do it ourselves and get it done.
Tito?
I mean, I don't really have much to say other than what they gave you.
They're on it, right?
Yeah, my thing is really though, like I'm happy to be a part of this because I feel that like it's missing, and then like you said, you use what I'm doing to relate to these people who we actually trying to get to, because sometimes you hear the message and then it's like who it comes from, you kind of curve it. But when you see like, you know, I'm a student as well, learning from them. You know, they brought me on and I'm just happy to be a part of it. Excuse me.
Doctor, what do you tell a student that says, you know what, nah, I know what I'm doing. I'm hanging out with my boys, I'm hanging out with my girls over here. You know, this is the program I want to hang out with.
You know what, I meet them where they're at. And I don't try to change what they're doing. I try to show them that there is another way, and I try to build the relationship, because if I can build a relationship, I can almost positively convince you that there is another way, but I have to meet them where they're at. And so I'm not here to say what you're doing is the wrong thing, you should be doing something else. I'm here to say, let me be your friend, let's connect, let's text, let's talk. What you got going on, I'll tell you what I got going on. Come hang out for a little bit.
Any success stories?
Well, we've got lots of success stories from the events that I've had from the children that were young that related to the book. They expressed how they feel about themselves in terms of self-esteem, whether it had to do with their color in terms of melanin or whether it had to do with their size. And it's very important to build up the self-esteem of our community. And we started off that with literacy. And then from literacy, it moved into programs. So from each event that's been happening, those events have been changing. you know what I'm saying, to meet the community. And what I like most is that we have parents who are saying, you know what, thank you so much for this book, or thank you for doing this event, or thank you for...
Give us a quick synopsis on that book. What's it all about?
It's All Good is a children's book. It has 4 main characters, which deals with diversity. One is Latina, one deals with melanin of an African American, one is one of disability, and the other one is Asian. So these are 4 main characters that are not seen in children's books at all, not for main characters. And each one has a separate story. And so it becomes important when we give our children books that give them a voice. They're no longer invisible.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be invisible anymore. We want to exactly tell our stories. And the children's book allows you to do that.
And so on July 6th, of course, we spoke about the breakout programs, but in this event, what else is going on?
Well, we have lots of sponsors, such as, oh my gosh, Stitch and Rhyme. We've got Access Global, who have donated lots and lots of things. Access Global, what else? We've got...
Big shout out to everybody getting involved at your organization.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
how about your sisters? Big shout out.
Yeah, they got to work. They got to work that day.
But give them some love. Give them some love.
Yeah. So my sisters, Charlene and Teresa, I love you very much. And you just saw a picture of the speakers, and mindfulness, which is really important.
Where can we go for more information?
Go to GinaHumber.com, and there you'll see a tab that says Diversity as a Verb, Youth Nation, and of course the GoFundMe button.
All right, give them all a big round of applause, everybody. The TRIO program. Gina Humber, author, CEO, Diversity as a Verb LLC, and Dr. Chanel Benson Reed, Access Global, and Tito Montana, the rapper. Yes, show. That's the old school joint, right? Yes, show. To the beat, show. Here we go. You see, I'm Bob Lee, as you can see. Nobody rocks this joint like me. It's the feeling that I get when I'm on the go. Anyway, we got to wrap up, and we got to go. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank all of our guests for joining in and tuning it all out, and tuning in and checking it all out, too. If you missed any part of today's show, well, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web at BronxNet.org, or catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our host, Darren Jaime. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day, and you can check me out over 107.5 WBLS after the Quiet Storm man Lenny Green. I'll be on tonight. I'll check you out. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Doc, Bob Lee. Here's the crew from TRIO. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. You can clap.